Cooking with Kids, and we're going to do apple fritter loaf today. We have, first of all, we mixed a third cup of brown sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon into this mixture, and it's going to be in between the layers of the loaf. I already turned my oven on to 350, so it's preheating. I've taken my 2 pans. I am going to use 2 pans that are 3 inches by 6 3/4. And then at the bottom of them, after I've sprayed them with an oil, I put a parchment paper on the bottom because that helps it come out even easier. You could also use a 4-inch by 8-inch loaf too, but that would make 1. This one makes 2. She's going to take the Granny Smith apples that we like to use. They're kind of tart, and use our Apple Master to slice the apple. It slices and peels at the same time. If you want to have the skin, you can just take this part off and it will still core it and then slice it. This is a great way for kids to have a snack of apples in the afternoon. See how it's coming out kind of like a spiral? Like that. Very good. And then she's going to take the core off. Push that in the back and right in there, in the middle. Kids love to eat these slices. Okay, what my helper's going to do is she's going to cut these in small bits like this. Not just a half of it, but so it's small bits, because it'll bake better in the loaf pan like that. This recipe came from Casey Burgess. Inside the bowl is 1 tablespoon sugar with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And she's going to put these apples into there and kind of mix it up. The next step, which is adding the 1 stick of butter, which is a 1/2 cup, with 2/3 cup of sugar. Pull it apart so no shells get in there.
There you go.
Teaspoons of vanilla. Just add that in there. The next step is you want to combine, this is 1.5 cups of flour, wait a minute, and you want to add this, which is the 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And you want to whisk it up a little bit before you add it to the batter. Add to the batter. Now you want to add the milk as it's moving, mixing. Mix that up really well. Mix the sides of the bowl so everything goes down and incorporates. We're going to take the batter. And what I like to do is, I know that this is going to be done for 2 of them and half and half. So you're going to kind of go half and then half. So she's going to take and put that at the bottom. No, half of that, just half of that. There you go. Good. Next, we have these 2 apples, and he's going to put 1/4 of the apples on one layer, 1/4 cup, it seems to work out, and 1/4 on the other layer. And then you want to take the spatula and push them down so they're nice and flat. I'll do one and she can do the other. And kind of make sure they're evenly spread. Then on this one, I'm going to show you, I'm going to take 1/4 of it, sprinkle it up over it. About 3 teaspoons full. This is layering, and so the more layers you do, the more flavor it will have. Next, it's the batter again. So you're going to take half of this and for each one. I'll hold it up for her. think we should do a little bit more on this side so it's equal. What do you think? Second time, we're going to add another batch of apples to the top, and we'll just use all the rest of the apples kind of evenly. And then of course the cinnamon sugar goes on top of that. And then we'll bake it in our 350-degree oven for anywhere from 50 to 55 minutes. For these size pans, it seemed like they were done at 50 minutes.
Those look good.
Yeah. Can't wait to try this. Now we have two that are done. You can tell the brown sugar and cinnamon's on top. We have half a cup of powdered sugar with about 2 to 3 tablespoons. You can use cream or you can use milk or even half and half. So we're going to pour this, the couple tablespoons or 3, into this powdered sugar, and this is going to make the glaze for the top of this. Next, she's going to take these and she's going to put a knife all around the outside very carefully so that it will come back on my board. And we're going to take it out of the pan. And as you can see, it just comes out so beautifully with that parchment paper underneath. And there's the first one. You can do the next one.
Wow, that smells really good.
There's our 2 loaves, and we're going to drizzle this wonderful glaze on top. It looks delicious. Slice it and try it. Would you like to try one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's perfect. And I like how the outside crust part is crispy a little bit, and the cinnamon and sugar and the apples, I think that part was delicious.
It's delicious. Very moist.
And the cream.
And the cream. It's delicious. The apples in the middle is what makes it.
And I love the bread part too.